Thank you for joining us here at 11. I'm Leah Bino. We start right away with some breaking news. After more than 2 weeks, Minneapolis public school teachers reached an agreement to end their strike, hopefully leading to schools reopening on Monday. Our Paul Bloom is live in Minneapolis, where district leaders spoke just a short time ago with details on the new agreement. Paul, good morning. What can you tell us?
Well, good morning to you, Leah. Honestly, no specifics released at this point. Both sides again referring to this as a tentative agreement reached early this morning. Of course, important to note that both unions involved here, the teachers as well as the education support professionals, still need to go about ratifying the vote. And you can see union membership remaining strong. They remain on the picket lines. Of course, no school today, but the hope is to get kids back into class on Monday. There certainly is some hope and optimism from board chairwoman Kim Ellison.
And if we're together, there isn't anything that we can't do. I'm hopeful, I'm excited, and I'm ready. Today is a new day for our kids, for our schools, and for our district.
And we know this deal came together early this morning, just before 4 a.m. Again, no specifics released on the labor contract at this point, but a union news bulletin claiming gains were made on pay for education support professionals, protections for educators of color, class size caps, and mental health supports. Their leaders expected to speak out further early this afternoon. Meantime, a clearly exhausted Superintendent Ed Graff describing this historic strike, the first one in Minneapolis in some 50 years, as a, quote, life-changing experience. I asked him about rebuilding the trust with district families, given the disruptions and bruising few weeks that included 14 canceled school days.
Well, this should definitely serve as a signal for our society that public education is a foundation of what's needed. And when times are challenging, people need to come together. And that's what we're committed to doing. You know, the solutions that we have in front of us are not going to be solved by one individual, by one side. You know, it's about coming together and being focused on what we know is right for our students, for our community, and moving forward. So this should definitely serve as a signal that, you know, we have needs in public education, and a lot of those needs are around funding. The other part of the needs are just people coming together and doing the work.
And Ed Graff there talking about big picture education. You talk about funding from the state capitol on down to the school districts. Obviously, Minneapolis, one of the largest districts in the state. Again, a few things to look forward to this afternoon, Leah. Union leadership speaking out here this afternoon, so we'll hear what they have to say. This contract still needs to be ratified, and this district, massive district with all the schools, all the students of 28,000, they are working on their back-to-school plans for Monday to get those schools back open. And one final point that will be important for families, this will not change high school graduation ceremony dates, so the district will likely have to figure out how to make up some of this lost classroom time. For now, we're live outside of MPS District Headquarters. Paul Bloom, Fox 9.
All right, thank you so much, Paul. We'll look for more at 5 o'clock.